How many times did I do that again? OCD is fear. Fear that something bad is going to happen. I'll do it one more time. But now it's 5 times, and 5 is a bad number. That's bad luck. People think OCD is liking things neat. It's nothing like that. Wait, how many steps did I take? This is what OCD actually looks like to me. So I've got my laces here, and as soon as I start undoing them, it creates stress and anxiety. So I'll do it one more time, but 7 is bad luck, so I'll keep going. I've got to make sure that the eyelet is longer than the long bit. Then I have to fold it half, then over like that half, because if it isn't symmetrical, my brain tells me something bad is going to happen. I do it again and again and again. I can spend minutes doing something as crazy as this. And if I don't get it right, I'm basically doomed for all of eternity. Here's a classic one for me. Shoes or flip-flops. Put them on the ground. They can't just be left alone. They've got to be just right, or I can't feel relaxed at all. It's one of those mental disorders that you'll see in a movie, where the supervillain is meticulously placing the knife and fork around all the plates. But in reality, it's no laughing matter. It's not fun living with this. It creates a lot of stress and anxiety. And the more times you do the compulsion, the more anxious you become. Is exhausting. And I found that if I keep doing the compulsions to a point, I'll just get trapped. And then I've literally just got to pull myself away. And this is one of those disorders that people just don't see. People around me aren't aware that I have this. I'm obviously not doing it in their face because it would just look weird. And sometimes, you know, when I'm sitting down having a chat with somebody, I might want to do something and I have to stop myself, and that's creating anxiety in the moment because I can't do the compulsion. The other person can't see that. It's just completely screwed up. My clothing has to be dealt with in a very specific way. So I'll start off like this, then I have to fold it half, then over like that half, and if it doesn't feel right, I do it again and again and again until it feels right. Then it has to be put down in a very specific way. It's knowing what you're doing is crazy, but you still can't stop. OCD is a mental disorder driven by fear and anxiety that consumes you. It takes up so much of my day that I really don't realize how much it's affecting me because I've been living with it for so long. What really goes wrong for me, and where the compulsions really crank up dramatically, is when something important is on the line. So, for example, let's say there's a girl I really like and we're going to meet up the next day. That will massively make my onset insomnia terrible, and also my compulsions will go through the roof. I'll start doing absolutely crazy stuff again and again and again. Behind every compulsion is a fear. It could be something selfless, so you think a family member is going to die if you don't do a certain compulsion. Or it could be personal, where you think that if you don't do something, you're going to lose a job. Or it could be you think that you're not going to be with your partner in 6 months. Or it could be simply you think you're going to die in a week. Something that's really interesting about OCD is that we all know we're a little bit crazy, but we can't do anything about it. Something going on inside the brain that tells people who don't have OCD, once you've done one job, that's enough. With people with OCD, whatever's going on, when you do a job, the neurons aren't firing correctly and you think that you've got to do it again and again and again. And unfortunately, the more times that you redo something, the more anxious you become. So we're self-aware, which is fascinating, but it's still so hard to fight. Sometimes it's just easier to do the compulsion than cause yourself all the anxiety of trying to fight it. How many times did I do that again? 4 times. Yeah, but it's not in the right place, so I'll do it one more time. But now it's 5 times, and 5 is a bad number. That's bad luck. so I'm going to do it one more time, but now it's still not in the right place, so I'll do it one more time, but 7 is bad luck, so I'll keep going. And now I've got to do it twice as much because I've done it one time over. How many more times have I got to do it? There's a lot of types of OCD. You've got symmetry and ordering, that's me, so things have to be neat and tidy. There's contamination, so some people, like my mother, must clean her hands lots of times in public, doesn't like touching things. Then you've got hoarding. Now hoarding is notoriously different because when I previously said that everyone with OCD is self-aware, there's one subset which don't believe what they're doing is wrong, and that's hoarders. Having just been diagnosed with ADHD as well at the beginning of this year, and being diagnosed with OCD in my early 20s, if I could choose between the two, I would always pick ADHD, because OCD is just weird and annoying and irritating, and it's there always going on in the background, to the point that at this point in my life I really just don't understand how much it has consumed me. So it can be something as little as my watch. I'll put it down on a surface and it won't be quite right, and I will meticulously try and put it in the right place, but then I might have touched it 4 times, and if I touch it one more time, 5 is bad. So what do I do? Because it's in the wrong place. So I touch it again. Now I've touched it 5 times and it's in the right place, but now I've touched it the wrong amount of times. So I've got to move it again, and now it's in the wrong place, and now I move on to another number that's bad luck, and on it goes. It is horrific. Hopefully this video has given you a small insight into the crazy world of OCD. Personally, I wouldn't wish it on anybody. You could have somebody sitting right next to you and they have it and you wouldn't know. So I'm out of here. Wait, how many steps did I take?